Hello, everyone. It is time now to start talking about the group project. We're reaching the middle of the semester, and I need you to go and read what the group project is about. I'm gonna explain a little bit in this video so you have a better idea before you go and read. So go to your project folder or projects under the main menu and select project 3, which is the UTA group project. In this project, you can see that we have 4 different reports. We have report 1, 2, 3, and the last report is listed as final report, not as report 4, but it's the actually report 4 is the combination of the 3 previous reports. Okay, and we have the Dropbox. So let's start with now with report 1. Under report 1, which is the main part of our project, this project is about conducting some tests to the design of an interface. In this case, we're going to be using the interface is going to be the MGA website, our school's or our university's website. So we're going to be conducting some tests to this website and see how it interacts with people, how easy it is for people to find some information in the website. So the first part of this project is start creating a task. The task should be something like, okay, what do I would like to test? For example, I am going to test, or my goal for the task is going to be for my users to find the food services that are available on each campus or in Macon campus, or the I don't know, the hours where those food services are open. I don't know. You need to create or find what task or what goal you would like your users to reach. Okay, that the part or the purpose of this goal is that at the end of this project you can suggest some improvements to the way they can get or have access to this specific part of the website. The second part is to identify your users. Your users, think of who are going to be using the website. For example, if it's the MGA website, then the most probable thing is that the users are going to be students, but also take into consideration that users could be parents, could be staff, could be faculty, could be, I don't know, students from other universities trying to come to this university. You just need to identify your users. Who are going to be there? You need to describe them. Also, you will create some instructions, the instructions that are going to be part of the script. The script mainly you can find here in this link. A template for the script that it's from Crook's book, and this is a template you can write it using your own words. It doesn't have to be exactly like that one, but the script is the instructions that you are going to have ready for all of you as team members to conduct this test. Okay, so the instructions would include something like step by step the procedure that you're going to be following, and also what you're going to be telling or reading to your participant. In that part, you're going to start saying, okay, thank you for being a participant in this study. You have to explain also that they can stop anytime. It's voluntary participation. They don't have to do it if they don't want to. Also, that there is no wrong answer in what they're going to be doing. Is just they're just helping your research, and that everything they're doing is correct, because there's no right or wrong answer in this type of study. You are going to define or tell them what the goal is. For example, you will need to find the contact information for the specific professor. That could be a goal. Then you will need to also select, each of you must have a role. Since this is an online class, it's going to be difficult that you meet to make this test. So since you're online students, probably you will need to be ready to do all the roles when you collect your data, okay? Because the most probable thing is that you're going to be doing that on your own, and then put all together as a team. Then you will discuss some observations that you got from the test, and you will also discuss how's the area or the environment where you are conducting the test. And also, this is also important, you need to write two different papers, or on a single paper. You need to have your participants sign their agreement that they are agreed to be participants or volunteers for this study. There's an important part. You need to be able to access your volunteers again because you are going to collect data from them twice. Okay, so as you start thinking of who can be your participants, also think that you must know them so you can meet with them again. To make it easier, the deliverables for the first report are here. So you're going to start, of course, with a cover page that describe the text. What's the reason of the tests? So the reasoning could be, for example, if I think that students struggle trying to find at the beginning the link to, or the login to D2L. Okay, so my reasoning is going to be that based on my experience, I've found that it is difficult to access D2L or to find the login. So the reason for this test is to try to improve this way to do it. Then the goal, you're going to describe what the task is going to be. I have just give you a couple of examples. Then you're going to describe your target users. Target users are not your participants. Target users are those that are going to be the final users of the website. I also described who the final users could be. The environment, you want to describe how the environment is. The environment, since you're going to be collecting data individually, the environment would be, for example, a computer with internet connection, and a desk, a chair, or a couch, or in a quiet room, or in a library, or describe how the environment is. Because it's important that all the data collections that you do are on a similar environment. Then you need to have the script. The script, you have the template here, okay, in this little link. Also, then you have to have the permission documents templates. For these documents, you can consult chapter 7, there's one over there, or you can look for some permission documents online and have the templates ready for your participants to sign. The templates or these permission documents are going to be for two specific reasons. One, that the participant agrees to be a volunteer for this research, and the other part is that they agree or they sign that they consent to be recorded or to be videotaped, or to that the screen is recorded, or that you can take pictures of their the process when they're conducting the study. Then it comes the best part, which is conducting the test. Notice that before you do number 7, which is conduct the actual test, you need to have all this ready. Okay, so before you start conducting your test, make sure that you have your script ready, that you have described who are going to be your users, the environment, and the permission documents, because you're going to need this in your actual study. So when you start conducting your study, in this section of the specific section of the report, you need to first conduct a study that is each of you as a team. Each of you is going to be responsible to collect data from one participant, one single participant. That is, if your team is has 5 members, then at the end you're going to be collecting data from 5 participants. So each of you is going to collect data from one. Okay, if your team has only 4 members, then at the end you will have been collecting data only for with 4 participants. Okay. Okay, so once you select, or once you identify your participant, and once the participant agrees to participate, then you're gonna meet, and then you're going to read the script to the participant. You're going to give them the permission documents to sign, and then you're going to start conducting the study. The study is called Think Aloud Protocol. This study is mostly that you give the participant a task, and he needs to accomplish the task based on given rules. These rules could be, for example, you need to complete this task, but you can't use the search option of the website, because I want you to go through all the possible paths or the possible routes where you can find the information without using the quick access. So it is called Think Aloud because you are going to be encouraging your participant to talk while he or she is trying to find or trying to accomplish the goal. You can say, or you can ask questions such as, why do you think the information is located in this link? Or do you feel that it's easy, or are you feeling frustrated because you can find it? Or how do you think this could be improved? So always you have to ask questions that where you can get information from. You are not going to give them any answer. You're not going to tell them, oh, this is the link, click here, or it's easier if you go through this route. You never are going to give them the solution. Just you're going to ask questions so they can give you more information about the design of the interface or the design of the website. Okay, so once you conduct your tests, each of you, then you're going in the document. You're going to have the section conducting the test. You're going to describe the roles that each of you had. In this case, you had all roles and you collected data from one participant. And then you're going to describe how you conducted the test. In this part, I want each of you, in this part of the document, I want each of you to write a short paragraph about how you individually conducted the test, because since you're going to be collecting this data in different places, then I want to see how you collected data. Okay, so a short paragraph from each team member is going to be placed here. Then the observation, test observation. You're going to include a summary. Watch, that is not an analysis. We're not in the analysis stage yet. So it's just a summary of your observations, what you observed, that people was, I don't know, it was easy for them, it was difficult, they got frustrated, they were happy, just observations. What did you observe? Okay, so here I want also a short summary from each team member with a summary of the observation from your participant. And then the last section are the appendices. Here we have 4 different appendices. The first one are going to be the signed copies of participant agreement forms when they agree to participate, when they agree to be recorded, or if you did just one single agreement or one paper for both agreements, then just include one appendix. Okay, if you did it separately, then include both appendices. Then Appendix C is the data collected per participant. You're going to include a chart, a table, or any evidence of the way you collected data. For example, if you're going to collect the number of clicks that it took them, or if you are going to register the amount of time it took for them to finish or to complete the goal, or if you are going to write down some observations, or if you are going to do a little interview to your participant and say if they are they have like the level of technological skills, if they're proficient or they're beginners. Any type of information that you collected, you must include it here in a chart or table. It is better if you, as a team, have one chart, an empty chart, and each of you collect data using the same chart. Okay, so that would make you the information easier to analyze in the future. And the last appendix are going to be some pictures, screenshots, or other forms of evidence. Okay, so paste some screenshots or pictures or links to the videos where you collected data, some form of evidence from each participant. So again, if you are going to interview or to test this with 4 or 5 participants, I need 4 or 5 pictures or screenshots or videos or whatever form of evidence you're going to include. Okay, and don't forget that this report, which is going to include this 9 points, must be formatted using APA style. Okay, so pretty much this here is an example of a task and the conclusion. Pretty much this is part of report 1. Here's a video, a nice video from Dr. Spangler explaining what is this project about and what is this first part of the project. Okay, so I am going to just explain report 1 right now. When you are ready to submit report 1 and when it is time to start working on report 2, I will upload another video explaining what you have to do for that second part and third part. Okay, so for now, start please reading the instructions, all the instructions, reading all what you have to do, stay in close communication with your team members, and an important part is that I will ask that one of you become the leader of the group. I'm going to have close communication with that specific student, with the leader of your team. And I will ask also that I want a weekly report of the participation of each of you. Okay? So if I just see that there is information collected from 3 different participants, that means that only 3 of you were collaborating in this project. So I'm going to be asking who is participating, who is collaborating. So please stay in close communication with your team. Remember, this is a group project. This is part of the learning that you have to have in this class. So also feel free to email me if you have any question. Okay, thank you.